In the bustling heart of Nairobi, the vibrant hues of Maasai markets blend seamlessly with the rhythmic sounds of traditional drums, creating an enchanting atmosphere that embodies the spirit of Kenya. Amidst this vibrant city lies a tale woven with the threads of love, betrayal, and the supernatural. This story begins in the town of Nyeri, nestled at the foothills of Mount Kenya, where two inseparable friends, Kamau and Juma, grew up together. From the moment they could walk, their laughter echoed through the hills, and their feet left matching imprints on the dusty paths. Kamau, with his infectious smile and bright eyes, was the heart of their duo, bringing joy and energy to every adventure. Juma, on the other hand, was calm and introspective, the steady hand that guided their escapades. Together, they explored every corner of their village, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. Kamau's father, a renowned blacksmith, often remarked that their friendship was a gift from the ancestors, a bond that could not be broken. He would tell them stories of the ancient baobab tree, whose roots ran deep into the earth, much like their friendship. These stories became the foundation of their relationship, a reminder that their connection was meant to withstand the tests of time. As children, Kamau and Juma shared everything. They whispered secrets under the moonlit sky, made plans for their future, and supported each other through life's ups and downs. Their dreams were woven together like the intricate patterns of a Kikuyu shuka, each thread representing a shared memory or aspiration. They promised to always stand by each other's side, no matter what challenges came their way. Years passed, and the boys grew into young men. Despite the challenges that life threw their way, their bond only strengthened. Kamau's father continued to be a guiding figure in their lives, teaching them the values of hard work and resilience. Juma, whose family was relatively well off, always supported Kamau, offering help whenever he could. Their friendship was a testament to loyalty and trust, admired by all who knew them. However, fate had a cruel twist in store for them. As they approached their final year of school, Kamau's father passed away suddenly, leaving the family in financial turmoil. The loss was devastating for Kamau, who had always looked up to his father as a pillar of strength. With his father gone, Kamau felt the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. He took on multiple jobs to support his family, often working late into the night. Despite his best efforts, Kamau's vibrant spirit began to dim. The once cheerful and optimistic young man became withdrawn and distant, burdened by the weight of his family's struggles. He couldn't bear the thought of burdening his friend with his troubles, even though Juma repeatedly assured him that he would always be there for him. Kamau's pride and sense of responsibility prevented him from accepting help, and he began to isolate himself from those who cared about him. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over Nyeri, Kamau found himself at the edge of a secluded river. This was a place where he and Juma often went to escape the world, a sanctuary where they could dream and reflect. As he gazed at his reflection in the water, he felt a strange sensation, as if someone was watching him. He dismissed it as fatigue and turned to leave when he heard a voice whisper his name. Kamau. Startled, he looked around but saw no one. The voice, eerily familiar, continued, Kamau, why do you suffer alone? He turned back to the river and saw his reflection smiling at him, but it was not a kind smile. It was filled with a strange, unsettling glint. Who are you? Kamau stammered. I am your reflection, but I am also so much more, the reflection replied. I can help you. I can give you the strength to overcome your troubles. All you need to do is trust me. Desperate and overwhelmed, Kamau agreed. From that day forward, his life took a bizarre turn. His strength increased, and he could work longer hours without feeling exhausted. However, his demeanor changed. He became distant and cold, even towards Juma. The villagers noticed the shift but couldn't pinpoint the cause. Juma, worried about his friend, confronted Kamau one evening. Kamau, what has happened to you? You are not the same person I grew up with. Please talk to me. Kamau's eyes, once filled with warmth, now reflected a cold, hard light. I don't need your pity, Juma. I can handle my problems on my own. Heartbroken, Juma left, but he vowed to uncover the truth. He consulted with an old seer who lived on the outskirts of Nairi. The seer, after listening to Juma's tale, nodded gravely. Kamau has been ensnared by a malevolent spirit, one that feeds on his despair and offers false strength in return. You must help him break free, but it will not be easy. Determined to save his friend, Juma set out on a journey to find the spirit's weakness. He traversed the sacred forests and climbed the steep slopes of Mount Kenya, seeking wisdom from the elders and strength from the spirits of their ancestors. After many trials, he discovered that the only way to free Kamau was to confront the spirit at the place where it first appeared, the secluded river.
The old seer, known for her wisdom and deep connection to the spiritual realm, listened intently to Juma's story. Her hut, located on the outskirts of Nairi, was filled with the scent of herbs and incense, creating an atmosphere of mystery and reverence. The flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the walls, adding to the gravity of the situation. Kamau has been ensnared by a malevolent spirit, she said, her voice tinged with sadness. This spirit feeds on his despair and offers false strength in return. It thrives on the energy of those who feel hopeless and alone. Juma's heart sank. He had suspected something supernatural, but hearing it confirmed by the seer was both alarming and heartbreaking. How do I save him? He asked, desperation evident in his voice. The seer sighed deeply, her weathered face reflecting the weight of her knowledge. To free Kamau, you must confront the spirit at the place where it first appeared. This spirit will not relinquish its hold easily. You will need to be strong and resolute, and you must remind Kamau of your bond. He must choose to break free. You cannot do it for him. Juma nodded, determination flaring in his eyes. He would do whatever it took to save his friend. The seer gave him a small pouch filled with herbs and a charm for protection. Use these wisely, she instructed. They will help you in your battle. Armed with the seer's guidance and the protective charms, Juma set out to confront the spirit. He knew the secluded river well. It had been their sanctuary for years. As he made his way through the dense forest, his mind raced with memories of their shared laughter, dreams, and brotherhood. He had to believe that those memories would be enough to reach Kamau. On the night of a full moon, Juma arrived at the river, the same place where Kamau had first encountered the spirit. The air was thick with tension, and the moonlight cast an eerie glow on the water's surface. Juma took a deep breath and called out to Kamau, hoping that his friend would come. As if led by an unseen force, Kamau appeared, his expression vacant and distant. He walked slowly toward the river, seemingly unaware of Juma's presence. Juma's heart ached at the sight of his friend, now a mere shadow of his former self. Kamau! Juma called out, his voice strong and unwavering. You must fight this spirit. It is not your friend. It is your enemy. Kamau's reflection in the river shifted, revealing the malevolent spirit's true form. It was a grotesque, shadowy figure with eyes that glowed with an unnatural light. The spirit's laugh echoed through the night, a chilling sound that sent shivers down Juma's spine. Kamau is mine, the spirit hissed. He chose me. Juma stepped forward, holding the protective charm tightly. No, Kamau. Choose me, your true friend. Remember our bond, our promises. Kamau's eyes flickered with recognition, memories of their shared past surfacing in his mind. The spirit's hold on him began to weaken, but it was not enough. The spirit lashed out, its shadowy tendrils wrapping around Kamau, trying to drag him back into the darkness. Juma, determined not to lose his friend, began to chant the ancient prayers the seer had taught him. the river's surface rippled, and the spirit's form began to dissolve. But the struggle was far from over. The spirit fought back fiercely, its shrieks filling the night air. Kamau stood at the brink of consciousness, caught between the spirit's hold and Juma's desperate attempts to save him. The memories of his past, the laughter and dreams shared with Juma, battled against the despair and false strength the spirit had offered. Kamau's body trembled as he fought the internal war. Juma continued to chant, his voice unwavering despite the fear gripping his heart. He reached out, grasping Kamau's hand tightly, anchoring him to the world of the living. Kamau, you are stronger than this spirit. Remember who you are. Remember our bond. Kamau's eyes flickered again, the light of recognition growing stronger. The spirit's hold weakened further, its form becoming more translucent. With a final ear-piercing shriek, the spirit released Kamau, vanishing into the night. Kamau collapsed into Juma's arms, exhausted but free. Juma held him tightly, tears of relief streaming down his face. You're back, Kamau. You're truly back. Kamau, his voice weak but filled with gratitude, whispered, Thank you, Juma. You saved me. From that day forward, Kamau and Juma's bond grew even stronger. They faced life's challenges together, knowing that true friendship was a force more powerful than any malevolent spirit. And in the heart of Nairi, amidst the vibrant colors and sounds of Kenya, their tale became a legend, a testament to the unbreakable power of a friendship that could conquer even the darkest of shadows. Kamau's recovery was slow but steady. Freed from the malevolent spirit's influence, he began to regain his old self. However, the experience had left deep scars. The villagers of Nairi, who had observed Kamau's transformation, were relieved to see him return to his former self. Yet they remained wary, their trust in him not fully restored. Juma stayed by Kamau's side through every step of his recovery. He encouraged Kamau to talk about his feelings and the ordeal he had gone through. Slowly, Kamau opened up about the crushing weight of responsibility he had felt after his father's death, the hopelessness that had drawn him to the spirit, and the profound guilt he carried for pushing Juma away. The bond between the two friends became a beacon of hope for the community. Seeing Juma's unwavering support and Kamau's determination to rebuild his life inspired others. The villagers began to understand the true strength of friendship and the importance of standing by one another during difficult times. Despite his progress, Kamau still faced challenges. The spirit had left him with a lingering sense of vulnerability, and he often found himself questioning his own strength. Juma, recognizing this, proposed a journey to seek further guidance and healing. Juma and Kamau decided to travel to the distant village of Gikuyu, known for its wise elders and ancient traditions. The journey was long and arduous, taking them through dense forests, across vast plains, and up steep mountain paths. Along the way, they encountered various challenges that tested their resilience and deepened their bond. One evening, as they camped by a roaring fire under a starlit sky, Kamau spoke of his fears. What if the spirit returns? What if I am not strong enough to resist it? Juma placed a reassuring hand on Kamau's shoulder. We faced it together once, and we will face it again if we must. But remember, you are not alone. You have the strength of our friendship and the support of our community. Kamau nodded, comforted by Juma's words. The journey was as much about physical travel as it was about healing and rediscovering his inner strength. When they finally reached Gikuyu, the elders welcomed them warmly. They listened to Kamau's story with great interest, their weathered faces reflecting both concern and wisdom. The chief elder, a man of great age and experience, spoke first. Kamau, the spirit that ensnared you is not uncommon. It preys on those who feel lost and hopeless. But you must remember that true strength comes from within and from the bonds we share with others. The elders taught Kamau and Juma various rituals and practices to strengthen their spirits and protect against malevolent forces. They learned about the power of meditation, the importance of balance in life, and the need to stay connected to their roots and community. Kamau found solace in these teachings. The rituals provided him with a sense of control and peace, while the elder's wisdom helped him understand the importance of acknowledging his vulnerabilities without letting them define him. After several weeks in Gikuyu, Kamau and Juma felt rejuvenated and ready to return to Nairi. The journey back was filled with reflection and newfound resolve. Kamau felt stronger and more confident, his spirit fortified by the wisdom he had gained. Upon their return, the villagers of Nairi welcomed them with open arms. Kamau shared the lessons he had learned, and together with Juma, they began to implement the rituals and practices taught by the elders. The community embraced these new traditions, finding strength and unity in them. Kamau's transformation from a man haunted by a spirit to a beacon of hope and resilience inspired many. He resumed his work as a blacksmith, infusing each creation with the strength and wisdom he had gained. The forge, once a place of burden, became a symbol of renewal and strength. With the community's support, Kamau and Juma continued to thrive. Their friendship, now legendary in Nairi, served as a powerful reminder of the importance of standing by one another through thick and thin. The bond they shared was a testament to the unbreakable power of true friendship. Kamau's family also experienced a revival. His mother and siblings, buoyed by Kamau's resilience, found new hope. They supported Kamau in his endeavors, and together they rebuilt their lives. The once dim future now glowed with promise and potential. Kamau and Juma often visited the secluded river, their sanctuary, not as a place of sorrow but as a reminder of their journey and the trials they had overcome. They would sit by the water, reflecting on their past and dreaming of their future, grateful for the bond that had saved them both. The tale of Kamau and Juma spread far beyond Nairi, becoming a story of inspiration and hope for many. Their journey, marked by adversity and triumph, was a powerful reminder that true strength lies in friendship, community, and the unyielding spirit to overcome even the darkest of shadows. Months passed, and life in Nairi continued to improve. Kamau and Juma's influence brought a sense of unity and strength to the community. However, unknown to them, the malevolent spirit had not been entirely vanquished. It lingered in the shadows, waiting for an opportunity to strike again. One evening, as Kamau was returning home from the forge, he felt an unsettling chill in the air. The familiar path seemed darker, and the sounds of the night were eerily silent. Suddenly, a whisper echoed through the trees. "Kamau!" His heart raced, the voice sending a shiver down his spine. It was the same sinister tone he had heard by the river. He quickened his pace, hoping to escape the unnerving presence, but the whispers grew louder and more insistent. "Kamau, you cannot escape me." Kamau stopped, his breath coming in short gasps. He turned to face the darkness, his resolve hardening. "I defeated you once. I will not let you take hold of me again." The spirit emerged, its form even more grotesque and menacing than before. It laughed, a chilling sound that reverberated through the night. "You are still mine, Kamau. Your fear and doubt give me strength." Kamau, remembering the seer's teachings, grasped the protective charm around his neck. He began to chant the ancient prayers, his voice steady and strong. The spirit recoiled, but it did not retreat. "You are stronger now, Kamau," the spirit hissed. "But so am I." Kamau knew he could not face the spirit alone. He raced to Juma's home, bursting through the door with a look of urgency. "Juma, it's back. The spirit has returned." Juma, who had been resting, immediately sprang into action. "We need to gather the villagers. We must face this together." The two friends went from house to house, rousing the community. Despite the late hour, the villagers understood the gravity of the situation. They gathered in the central square, their faces etched with determination. Kamau addressed them, his voice filled with conviction. "The spirit has returned, but we are stronger now. Together we can defeat it once and for all." The villagers nodded, their fear giving way to a collective resolve. Armed with the protective charms and the knowledge shared by Kamau and Juma, they prepared to confront the malevolent force. The villagers, led by Kamau and Juma, made their way to the secluded river. The full moon cast an eerie glow over the water, the air thick with anticipation. As they arrived, the spirit materialized, its form looming ominously above the river. Kamau, Juma, and the people of Nairi. The spirit sneered. You think you can defeat me? I thrive on your fear and doubt. Kamau stepped forward, holding the charm aloft. We are not afraid. We stand together, and your power over us is broken. The villagers joined hands, forming a circle around the spirit. They began to chant the ancient prayers, their voices rising in unison. The spirit writhed and twisted, its form flickering as the power of the collective will pressed against it. Juma, standing beside Kamau, shouted above the din, Remember your strength, Kamau. Remember our bond and the strength of our community. The spirit shrieked, its form dissolving into shadow. This is not over, it hissed, its voice fading into the night.